Mafian says, I gave her the floor and said, send a message to her family, send a message to her uncles, send a message directly to Valeria. That message of justice never came. As a criminal psychologist, someone who's worked on these kinds of cases, why didn't she do that? Why didn't I hear something powerful like Mexico, keep sharing this, let's get justice for her, let's organize a march? That's where you could have seen, or you should have seen, the closeness, that emotional connection, the real bond between friends. I don't know, what's your opinion on that? Hanna Rose says, yeah, I feel the same. I was left with this empty feeling, expecting something more from her best friend. I didn't see any genuine interest in resolving the case or making sure justice was served. None at all. That really stood out to me because also about what you said regarding Erica. Look, I hadn't seen it quite the same way you did, but what I saw was more like an effort to distance herself from Erica. Mafian says she was trying to completely separate herself in case anyone tried to blame her for anything, to say, I have nothing to do with this. Hanna Rose says, except, and this really caught my attention, except when you asked for her opinion on Erica, she showed way too much empathy. Mafian says, exactly. But you know what? Now that we're diving into this, she showed a lot of empathy, but I don't know if you noticed, in the same interview, she also said, I just went to get my nails done. I never really talked to her. So it was like, wait, what? And this is still Mafian talking. You did talk to her. You knew her. Maybe I'm just speculating. I'm not confirming anything. But maybe they did know each other. Maybe there was some level of trust, but because of the current circumstances, they are distancing themselves from each other. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me, that's your mess, you deal with it, and I'll deal with mine. And maybe that kind of split could raise more questions for investigators, questions that could help them figure out who the real killer is. That's what I think, and honestly, I can't deny it. It looks like a legal strategy, 100%, don't you think? Hannah Rose says, well, it could be a few things. It could also be something subconscious. Like, imagine honestly, every little detail can mean something. So, we're just analyzing here. And I think we're both picking up on things. You're seeing some of the same things that I'm seeing. But again, I want to make it very clear, I'm not giving a verdict, I'm not solving the case, I'm not saying who did it. But these are the kinds of patterns we often see in criminal cases. And while I don't want to just focus on the negative, it's important to have a mindset of investigation. That's why I'm pointing these things out. It might mean something else, sure, but we often see that when people are involved in a crime, they either exaggerate their connection or exaggerate their distance from it. So I had to ask, could it be that unconsciously or subconsciously she's exaggerating how separate she was? Like, I had nothing to do with it. It just makes me wonder. Not saying that's what it is, I'm just asking, could that be a possibility? Anyway, that is what came to mind because I saw a very clear effort to distance.